Hi everyone, how's it going? It is your pal Sal here, and today we are here to talk about Madonna's 9th studio album, American Life. So we're talking about this today for 3 specific reasons. Okay, number 1, this album just celebrated its 17th birthday, so it came out on April 21st, 2003. So that's the first reason. Second reason is with this whole hashtag Justice For campaign that has been going on, the Madonna fans tried very hard to get American Life to number 1 on iTunes. Unfortunately, it did not happen. But you know what? It was a well done try and well worth it. And number 3 is because this is the album by Madonna that I've actually recently become obsessed with. So when I first bought this, because I bought this at a Half Price Books years ago, I listened to American Life, and I only really liked the songs American Life and Die Another Day, and I just did not like the rest of the album. I thought it was stupid and just like I didn't get it. And then about a month ago, I decided to listen to this album, and weirdly enough, it just clicked. Like, something about this album just clicked to me, and I was like, oh, I get it. And you know what? Realistically, this album, even though it is a little different, it's not all that different from music, specifically. Every time I listen to it, I'm like, okay, I could have maybe woven these two together. So basically, I thought I would do a reaction to it. Unfortunately, again, the justice did not happen for the album, but today I'm giving it my own form of justice by reacting to all the songs. So just a quick little tidbit of information. There were a total of 5 singles for this album. The first one was Die Another Day, which charted at number 8. The second one was American Life, which charted at number 37. Again, you know, those both aren't too bad. But then here's where things went awry, is that Hollywood, the 3rd single, did not chart, and it was the first Madonna single to not ever chart. The 4th was Nothing Fails, and the 5th single was Love Profusion. So this album is a political statement, and it's such a really good album. And I'm excited to listen to it today with you guys, because I think I have very good, well, I think my thoughts are good, but I have very interesting thoughts that I want to share with each song. So I guess without further ado, we'll get crack-a-lackin' into the album and start with track number 1, American Life. Do I have to change my name? Will it get me far? Should I lose some weight? Am I gonna be a star? Oh, I gotta turn this up. I tried to be a boy, I tried to be a girl. Oh, American life, American life. I live the American dream, American dream. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm drinking a latte, I get it double shotted. It goes right through my body, and you know I'm satisfied. I try my mini fever, and I'm feeling super duper. They tell me I'm a trooper, and you know I'm satisfied. I do yoga and Pilates, and the room is full of hotties, so I'm checking out their bodies, and you know I'm satisfied. I'm digging on the isotopes, metaphysics, shifters, hoping if all this can do me, hope you know I'm satisfied. I got a lawyer, and a manager, an agent, and a chef, a nanny's an assistant, and a driver, and a jet, a chairman, and a butler, and a bodyguard of 5. I think her in the stars. Do you think I'm satisfied? I like to express my extreme point of view. I'm not a Christian and I'm not a Jew. I'm just living out the American dream, and I just realized that nothing is what it seems. Okay guys, so what I think I love about American Life, and coincidentally enough, when I first ever listened to this album, I actually always have liked this song, but I've grown to like it more, and you know, I think it makes a very good statement, but I think it also has fun with its statement. And I've also seen the, you know, the uncut original music video of this, and it's just a profound music video, and it's a shame that it did not get released. And it's just it grabs your attention. And you know what? The main complaint I've heard about this song is the rap. I've never thought of that as a rap. It seemed to me more as like a parody of a rap. And just that's what I always thought of. It was kind of a parody. It wasn't meant to sound like a good rap. I always have liked this song. It makes a really good, powerful statement. Again, the video is incredible. And this song is a bop. Like, I've always had it on my workout playlist. I really like this song. I think, oh gosh, it's a great opener to this album too. It really, again, it just makes a statement, and that's what it's meant to do. Track number 2, Hollywood. Everybody comes to Hollywood. They wanna make it in the neighborhood. They like the smell of it in Hollywood. How could it hurt you when it looks so good? Shine your light.
This time it's got to be good. Push the button, don't push the button. Trip the station, change the channel. Push the button, don't push the button. Trip the station, change the channel. Push the button, don't push the button. Trip the station, change the channel.
Okay, so what I love about this song is that, you know, it's a very personal song in a sense too, because as we all know, Madonna's film career has not been critically loved. It's been critically panned, if we will. And Hollywood kind of sucks. Like, the way they've treated her, the way they treated other actresses. I mean, I don't need to go into detail with that. Just watch Sunset Boulevard and you'll know what I mean. But this song is really catchy. Again, you know, for this one, there's not much to it for me. I've actually come to really like a lot of the other songs on the album. But what I find so funny about this song is how hard Miss Madam X herself tried to make this song a hit. I mean, the amount of promotion she did for this song is just so funny to look back on now. And even the version of this that exists on Remix and Revisited Into the Hollywood Groove, a bop. A good song. But in terms of what I've come to learn about this album, it's honestly become one that I don't like as much because I think some of the other tracks on the album are much better. Track number 3, I'm So Stupid.
'Cause I used to live. I'm so stupid. 'Cause I used to live in a fuzzy dream. And I used to believe
I love that backing to that. Stupid! Stupider than stupid. Okay, so what I love about So Stupid is that this song actually reflects a lot of how I feel. And I'm gonna give you a certain situation, and I hope that you understand this. And this song, I don't know why, but it makes me think of high school. And the reason why is because when you're in high school, you think that that is the perfect thing. You're in a fuzzy dream that you think this is life and that this is everything that all life is about. And then come May of X year, when you graduate, then none of that matters. And you're so stupid to think that meant something, you know. That's what really gets me about this song, is that it makes me think of those times where I was in places where I was like, wow, this is great, and then you get out of it and you're like, I am so stupid. I'm an idiot that I thought this was real. So yeah, and again, fun. Again, this album just has such fun production on it with the and then the auto tune that hits you so hard. I'm so stupid. I love that. It's iconic. Okay, guys, track number 4, my personal favorite of this album, Love Profusion.
There are too many questions. There is not one solution. There is no resurrection. There is so much confusion. And the love profusion. You make me feel, you make me know. There are too many options. There is no consolation. I have lost my illusions. I got you under my skin. 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 I got you under my skin.
Okay, so what I've really come to appreciate with this song is because really came into my life, you know, about a month ago, where I really started to like it, and it reminds me so much of the times we're living in right now with everything going around surrounding COVID-19. Whether what your opinions on it, the lines there's just too much confusion. There is not one solution. Like they just really, I don't know, they really are reflective of this to me right now, which is why this album is more reflective, I think, than ever. But it's just a very beautiful piece. And you know, it's almost interesting that this did not do well on the radio. I mean, I don't see it being a big hit, but it's a fairly radio-friendly song, and it doesn't need to be it's not really it doesn't need to be a political statement when you're talking about it, you know. It's just, I don't know, that's become my favorite track off of this album, and I think it's just a really pretty song. Track number 5, Nobody Knows Me.
I've had so many lives, closer to the sky. Nobody knows me. Nobody knows me. Nobody knows me. You know me. I say I want outside. I want TV. I waste my time. Read a magazine.
Okay, guys, so that was Nobody Knows Me, and this song is obviously a response to the critics of Madonna, and you know, like how the media portrays Madonna, and how nobody truly knows her. Nobody knows me. And it's so funny because I just talked about a song, and I remembered it was if you want to take a look at my channel, I did a review of a reaction of Ashley Tisdale's album Symptoms, and she has a song very much that deals with this kind of subject matter, tackles it differently. But this is fun. Again, what's cool about the production of this album, the guy who is the main producer or the writer on all these, let me get his name for you again, because I know it. I just want to be sure it's right. Mirwais is basically on every track here. He brings such a cool flair is that there's always something going on in these songs. Like you can never get bored with any of these songs. So yeah, this is definitely a fun one. And because this was a promo single. Was a video ever released for this? Because I think, oh, apparently not. Well, I think a cool video could have been made of this, showing like different Madonna looks and all that. You know, I don't know, but yeah, it's a good one. Okay, guys. So for this next track, my dog Toby wanted to join in on the fun. So we are going to track number 6, which is Nothing Fails.
I'm in love with you. I'm not religious, but I feel so good. Makes me wanna pray you'll always be here. I'm not religious, but I feel such love. Makes me wanna pray. I'm not religious, but it makes me wanna pray.
Alright guys, so that is Nothing Fails, and what a hauntingly beautiful track. As I was doing my research, you know, as it was coming up, I realized that this song, it does have a co-writing credit from Madonna, but it seems that this other guy, Guy Sigsworth, wrote the majority of this song from what I was gathering. But again, this is also, it feels very different from everything we just heard, because everything is produced with Madonna and Mirwais up until now, and then you get something very different. And it's very clear, like, this is the halfway point of the album. Beautiful, beautiful lyrics. I love the, I'm not religious, but I feel so moved. I love that. It sounds so beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful piece. But it's also interesting how different it is from everything we've listened to. But I guess, you know, differentness is good. Track number 7, and this one is called Intervention. And for some reason, I can't picture how this song goes, or let's just listen. We'll see.
I got to save my baby, and I know that love will change us forever. And I know that love will bring us nothing to fear. And I know that love will take us away from here.
So I've just begun to realize why the song title didn't ring a bell to me is because intervention is not said at all through this track. So that's why. But again, another beautiful, haunting ballad. It's really interesting because like from here, even the next song, it's all ballad driven for like 3 songs in a row. Beautiful, beautiful piece about love just taking us away from all the pain that surrounds us. And what's interesting is that this one is produced written and produced by Mirwais, and this is very laid back for him. Like it doesn't. I could have easily been fooled in thinking it was the same person who wrote the last song, but beautiful, beautiful little song. Okay, guys, we are on track number 8, Ecstatic Process. We get a good guitar moment here.
Not myself when you're around. Not myself right now. Jesus Christ, will you look at me? Don't know who I'm supposed to be. Don't I always wish that I could find someone as beautiful as you. But in the process I forgot that I was special too.
Okay, guys, so out of the whole album, I think this is my favorite of the ballads. It's a really pretty song, and it's very reflective, because as we all know how our relationship with Guy Ritchie ended up, and it's like here I feel like we're kind of seeing the beginning of the end already so soon in the relationship. But it's just this one is hauntingly beautiful, and I say that a lot, but I mean it when I say it. And there's just the part where she's like, but in the process I forgot that I was special too. And never forget that you are special. Please, I could never forget how special I am. But to anyone who's ever in a relationship where you don't feel like the special one, you are better probably than the person you're with. So just always, always remember that. Track number 9, Mother and Father.
There was a time I was happy in my life. There was a time I believed I'd live forever. There was a time that I prayed to Jesus Christ. Oh, mother, why aren't you here with me? No one else saw the things that you could see. I'm trying hard to dry my tears. Yes, Father, you know I'm not so free.
My mother died when I was 5, and all I did was sit and cry. I cried and cried and cried all day until the neighbors went away. They couldn't take my loneliness, I couldn't take the phoniness. My father had to go to work, I used to think he was a jerk.
So, if you have a problem with me happily singing along to that little rap, I'm sorry. But, so the thing is that this song is about, you know, obviously her mother's death, and the aftermath of it. And it's a really interesting way of doing it. There was a I don't know who wrote the review, but it was a review when this album came out, and the person was like, maybe you shouldn't rap about the death of your mother. And you know what? I guess to some extent he's right, but again, I don't really consider these raps per se. But it's a really interesting way of talking about this subject matter, and what sucks is that she makes it so fucking catchy. Like, I'm sorry, but it just seems natural for me, even though the lyrics are so horrifying, to go around and be like, my mother died when I was 5, and all I did was sit and cry. I cried and cried and cried all day. It's crazy how catchy that is, and it's a little jarring to me to say that along. Yeah, that's Mother and Father. I like it. It's catchy, and it's an interesting way of talking about this subject matter, which is something Madonna's good at, doing something different. Track number 10, we have Die Another Day, which was the theme, the James Bond theme for the James Bond movie Die Another Day, starring Pierce Brosnan, and I believe Halle Berry was in this one too. I don't know, I've never seen a James Bond movie, but that's my limited knowledge of it. All right, here we go. I love this. A great workout song too, guys, I'm just saying.
I'm gonna wake up, yes and no. I'm gonna kiss some part of. I'm gonna keep this secret. I'm gonna close my body now. I'm gonna avoid the cliche. I'm gonna suspend my senses. I'm gonna delay my pleasure. I'm gonna close my body now. It's Die Another Day.
I need to lay down. So my earliest memory of Die Another Day is that I remember watching a Watch Mojo video, and it was like top 10 best Bond themes, and Madonna was on it. It was like, I forget what number it was, but it was on the top 10, this song. And then they did another one, it was like top 10 worst Bond themes, and it was some top 10 worst something, and then this song was on it. And I was like, wait, it was like, can you guys pick a side, honestly? But what a fun song. I've seen the video for this one. It's a fucking cool video. This song is just so cool. I know that originally I don't believe this was intended to be on the album, but it made its way on there for reasons unbeknownst to me. Good. It's a good song. I like it. I think it belongs on the album. It fits. Like, I don't think it does not fit. So, yeah, I like Die Another Day. It's always been on my workout playlist. It's, oh my God, so good. So much fun, too. It's just so epic. Like, it's a Bond theme. Of course it's epic, you know, but, I love it. I love it better than anything Billie Eilish could ever release, I'll tell you that. We are on track number 11, the final track of this album, Easy Ride.
Like a circle, I can see a clearer picture when I touch the ground. I come full circle to my place, and I am home. I am home. I go round and round just like a circle. I can see a clear.
Okay, so Easy Ride is not one of my favorite tracks on this album, but I do like what it says. Is that, like, Madonna in this song is clearly talking about how she wants to have a beautiful, not even beautiful might be the right term, but an accomplished life, but doing that, she doesn't want it to be easy, because I think nothing that's easy to get is worth it. So message-wise, I really like the song. It doesn't necessarily do a whole lot for me. It's very pretty, again, very lush production. I don't know, I just don't think it's the best ballad of the album. I think the other three are stronger contenders than this one. Okay, guys, so that is American Life by Madonna. And I think what realistically is that there's two things that help me out with this album, okay? Number one is I listened to this album again for the first time, you know, a month ago, and it just clicked, and I realized, I was like, hey, this album really isn't really weird at all. Like, a lot of it's very easy to listen to. And I don't know why I didn't realize that before, but I think, you know, there's a lot of backlash against this album. But then I wanted to bring up this other analysis that I've learned about this album, is that there is another YouTuber, his name is Todd in the Shadows, and he has done a series called Madonna, where basically he trashes every single one of Madonna's movies. And before I get into that, I want to say is that this man is very intelligent, and basically everything he's saying is pretty much very true. The problem is that he's just very negative, which YouTube loves. I mean, people love negativity. So I think sometimes his critical analysis gets judged in his covered in his negativity. But he has another series called Train Records, which is about albums that are basic train wrecks. And this is one of the albums that is featured on this series. And, well, I don't think this album is a train wreck at all. He brings up very interesting points about this album, and one that I have to agree with is that this album is seen as a statement on American culture and American life. I mean, God, that's the name of the album. But realistically, once Nobody Knows Me rolls around, Madonna's kind of really just talking about herself in this album, and it doesn't really feel like a reflection of American life in general. So I think that's what helped me even too realize. I was like, hey, this album really isn't that weird. And I think that a more political album from her is definitely Madam X. Listening to Madam X, I think that pulls off that a lot more than American Life does, I guess, in retrospect. But again, you know, this album deserves that. It's not really that weird, guys. It's actually a really good album, and I think that when it does well, it does really well. And I don't think there's anything that's bad on here. It's very experimental, and some people don't love that, some people don't like that, I don't know. But I think the best songs on here are American Life, Love Profusion, Nothing Fails, Ecstatic Process, Die Another Day. I want to give a shout out to Mother and Father, although I know that that's not everyone's cup of tea. But yeah, that's my thoughts on American Life. And what are your guys' thoughts on this album? Because I know that this album has a lot of people divided. Either you're so you're such a believer that this album was robbed of everything and everyone, or you kind of are just like, it's just not my favorite. And, you know, that is what it is. So let me know what you guys think of American Life in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. It means the world to me when you guys do that. Follow me on Instagram at Salvador J. Rocha. That way you can stay updated on any new videos that come out. And I will see you guys very soon, and I think I might just have to go get myself a soy latte.